Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Belo Horizonte in the state of Minas Gerais in Brazil. This is a state that's very well known for food across Brazil. Today we're gonna go on a traditional and market tour of Belo Horizonte. We're gonna eat some of the traditional food. It's gonna be an incredible day and I'm gonna share all the food with you in this video. We're getting started at the market, which is right across the street for breakfast. Immediately step in the market and you can tell there's a lot of artisan food shops, and we just took a few steps into the market and greeted with an unbelievable chili store. There's at least like 20 different varieties, all different shapes and sizes. There she has boot jalokia, she has the Trinidad scorpion, she has the Carolina reaper.
Obrigado.
We got a single. A boat jalokia. Market is fantastic. It's clean and spacious. There's vegetables just sprouting. There's garlic. You get the aroma of garlic. Bon dia, bon dia. You can smell the onions, the cheeses. A lot of artisanal foods and very special, high quality ingredients here.
We're going to call the king of crackling. That's in Portuguese called Rei do Torresmo.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nenel.
Okay.
Tá começando agora. Aí.
This place is called the King of Crackling. It's just a standing bar counter within the market. He has a cabinet case full of just like ultra golden crispy pork, and then he's also going to make a liver dish, which is very essential to Belo Horizonte. Rei do Torresmo.
Rei do Torresmo.
Rei de Torresmo.
Yes.
King of Crackling.
Yeah.
What a name.
What a name.
Get up and bite it. Like an entire slab of pork belly, which is just completely crispified. You squeeze on some lemon, and then literally, like, they don't chop it up or anything, they just hand you. You just take the entire chunk and take a bite out of it. Choose if you want the skin part, the meat part, the fat part, the layers, and it's dripping in that lemon juice. It's so crispy and so like fried, dehydrated, salty. With that lemon juice, that really adds to it because it really like cuts the richness of it. Now that is an 8 a.m. meat treat. Full the crispy skin and the fat. Oh wow! And by the way, Belo Horizonte is known for their pork. And next up for these are just the cracklings, maybe the skin. Again, squeeze on the lemon. And then I'm gonna, oh, that's just completely crunchy through and through. And then for my next bite, I'll try some of the Ronaldo. Oh yeah, this looks great. Oh man, that looks like a little fireball. Not too spicy, but the flavor. Oh. Cow liver?
Yeah.
Another one of the local dishes that we're ordering here, and that's very common in this state, is liver. I believe it's beef liver, stir-fried with onions and something called scarlet eggplant. And so he's fixing that now as we're crunching on the crackling. Oh man, that smells incredibly good. The fumes coming off of the liver, the onions, that eggplant, which I'm very excited to try, the scarlet eggplant.
Obrigado.
It smells so good. You get toothpicks to eat it. I'm gonna get some of everything. Gotta have a nice piece of that scarlet eggplant, because that's what I really am interested to try. Oh, there's a nice like curly piece of liver and some of the onions. Okay. It's so fresh. The liver is unbelievably creamy and soft. The scarlet eggplant has a little bit of a bitter taste to it, but almost like cucumber. That is liver and onions on the next level. Gerardo, he's the owner, he's the chef. He's been cooking. He's owned this place for 24 years. He said that's the hottest hot sauce. So we're gonna scoop that on, and then I'm gonna dip some liver into that with some scarlet eggplant. Oh wow! Is there some cachaça in this?
Tem cachaça.
Taste there, my
Tem cachaça. Is that what it is?
Some cachaça. There is. Gerardo spiked the hot sauce. Yeah, that's good. Really good. Okay, now we gotta just taste a little bit of the cachaça, because cachaça is one of the most famous things from this region, from Minas Gerais in Brazil. Yeah, that's strong. You can feel the fumes, and you can taste the sweetness of it for sure. Oh, the drip. Part of the region is so good, is because it's like he's cooked it so perfectly, not overcooked it, so the liver is so juicy.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. Amazing. Right across the aisle, right across the lane is the next food that we're gonna eat.
Called pão de queijo.
Pão de queijo, which is the bread with cheese.
Yeah, but we have the plain pão de queijo. But here in this place, we're gonna have stuff filling with turkey and the canasta cheese. It's
awesome.
Which is one of the local cheese of Minas Gerais state.
And that cheese is known in this state, right?
Oh.
And then, but then the cheese bread is all over Brazil, or is it mostly the state as well?
Well, all over Brazil, but I would say only Minas Gerais state knows how to make the real one, like the
real
legit
authentic one.
Exactly.
And you can see that caramelized crusty edge plus a slice of turkey and then toasted in a hot plate. So it's like cheese bread on top of cheese. Wow. That's like a cheese lover's dream. The bread is so soft and cheesy. You've got the crunchy caramelized cheese in there. The turkey was just like strings apart. Wow, that is tasty. And Guilherme was just explaining to me, this is really representative of Minas Gerais state. They're famous for cheese, they're famous for the bread and meat. Stick a jalokia on this.
Vocês falam queijo canastra, né? É queijo canastra. É queijo canastra.
Because these are fresh.
Yeah.
Had to get an espresso to chase it down. Just love the standing space, just quick on the go, a bite to eat, and just the market atmosphere. It's fantastic. That was a wonderful way to begin this food tour in Belo Horizonte today. That was a breakfast of champions. We're moving on now to a legendary place that serves a cow hoof stew soup. We're gonna find out. We met with the owner here. He's letting us into the back of the kitchen to get a look of the cow hoof stew and like in the bar counter. What's the name of the dish again?
Mocotó.
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 And that's the cow hoof stew, right?
The cow hoof stew.
It is thick.
And it's 24 hours.
And it's open 24 hours.
It's open 24 hours.
If you're hungry, if you get a craving at 3 a.m., you know where to come. Drip out the marrow.
That's a lot.
Cracks in a couple of quail eggs, raw quail eggs. Then he reaches down to that stew. He takes a couple bones. He slices off some of that collagen-y, gelatin bits from the joints. Empties out the marrow. Scoops that into your cup over the egg yolks, the quail egg yolks, and then he fills it with the stew, which is just like pure, like liquid meat. And then he tops it with some green onions. That is fascinating. I love that dollop of green onions on top, and then you can just feel there's no flour in here. That's just all straight up cow gelatin sauce. You could call it melted cow. And there's pieces of the gelatin in here that's mixing with the egg already because it's with the quail egg. Man, that is rich. Oh wow, that's like literally straight melted cow. Oh man, it's like a gravy from the gelatin, like jelly joints of the cow with the marrow. That is flavorful. That is beefy. Yeah, do you mix that sauce in? Oh, the whole yolk is there. Yes. And Guilherme just doused my spoon in some of that hot sauce that they have. Is there cachaça? Cachaça? Laughing at me. Cachaça. Yeah, that's decently spicy as well, but you can immediately taste the sugarcane liquor in there. That is intense. Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, the spice hits, but then immediately you know there's something special going on.
That is a sauce of wonders. That's an addictive sauce. It is spicy plus the liquor kick. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. That immediately makes you sweat.
This is a beer though?
It's a beer. Well, the quantity, the recipe is gonna be like 3 glasses.
Chocolate.
Onde levou paçoca, chocolate, chocolate powder. Cinnamon, canela, catuaba.
A wild catuaba.
Catuaba selvagem.
Hey, this might be one of the most like bizarre, unique, borderline crazy beverages called a pachida de caracu. Caracu is the dark beer, which is like a stout. But before adding the dark beer, he added in six quail eggs. Oh, and he stuck in the shells. I almost forgot. An intense drink. We're just gonna taste a little bit of it. Cheers. Whoa. It actually tastes really good.
Delicious.
Rafaela, how is it?
Delicious.
It's actually amazing. It tastes like a sweet chocolate milk, but with extra foam. Unbelievable, like the ingredients in this and then what it produces. Straight up like a chocolate milkshake, but with extra foam and richness and like definitely a spike.
Valeu.
This place is called Nono, and it is absolutely outstanding. The service, the friendliness of the owner, the staff, it's a community. Guys are hanging out, chatting. That sauce that's a life-changing sauce, and that dish, it's so hearty, it's so warming. That was delicious. It's a great thing that Belo Horizonte is such a hilly city so that we can work it off, walk around as we go to the next place to eat. Quite a major city, and in the middle of the day it's just bustling. The buses just swing around corners. There's people walking down the streets. You get the breeze from the hills. Yeah, quite an amazing city. Quick intermission. I am hugely excited to tell you about a new collaboration. Oh yes. They're so good. The banana chips themselves, but this is the lab flavor, and we're gonna be launching with the lab flavor. But we are working on many more flavors. Also, durian chips are coming soon, but for now, lab is available. I'll have the link in the description box. You can go get a box of Banana Joe Marqueen's chips. Again, I'll have the link in the description box. Thank you, and have some banana chips. Next up on this food tour of Belo Horizonte, we're going to a restaurant. It's a cafe. It's been around since 1938. It's a legendary restaurant, famous for a single plate dish?
Created in the 50s by the owner of the house, Mr. João Ferreira, which used to be his dad. But nowadays, because of the cachaça. Cachaça, arroz, ovo, linguiça.
They have a number of different foods, but the real main dish, the dish that they coined the name for, but now you'll find it all over the city and all over the state, is a dish called KAOL. That's an acronym, KAOL. Wow, very nice. This is the classic. The sausage is on top. There's rice all on the base. There's a, it looks like almost like a poached egg, but definitely a runny egg. There's kale over here. This is some of the beans with cassava powder, I believe. And then finally, not forgetting the crackling, which is just like one of the signature ingredients of many Gerais. Everything you could possibly want of comfort on a plate. And I love how they serve it on a metal saucer tray as well. That's awesome. Okay. Oh wow, it's a very dense, very firm sausage. You do actually need a knife for it. Oh, that almost looks like steak on the inside. Like actual like meat. And then I'm going in for that egg. Poke that yolk. Yes, yes, it is a runny yolk indeed. Get some of the sauce going on there. Okay, this will be good for a first bite. Oh, that's a thick sausage. The egg yolk, the rice, the sauce is kind of tomatoey.
I got the end too, so it's like really textured, like crunchy, crispy at the end, and then juicy, really meaty.
That's like a steak just wrapped up into sausage form. I think is it cassava powder?
What?
Is that cassava powder?
Yes, the mandioca.
The manioc powder. I love how everywhere it's like Brazilian food is not typically spicy, but they always have hot sauce. Or actually, I want to try the kale, the vegetable. Hot sauces in Brazil are amazing. That one's like vinegary, it just adds to the dish. The vegetable is excellent, the kale, and that sausage, it's amazingly steaky. Okay, dude. Got the buchalokia that we bought in the market. It's one of the hottest chilies in the world. It just looks scary. I think we gotta take a bite of food and then take a little nibble of this chili. Oh, it's sweet at first.
Actually, yeah, that's really tasty as well.
Oh, the flavor of it is amazing.
It's like fruity.
Oh, it's not even that spicy. Maybe yet?
Yeah, just...
It is decently spicy, but it kind of like starts off slow and it like begins sweet, right?
Yeah, if you munch on it a little bit, you can tell it's hot.
Yeah. It's spicy though. It is spicy when you keep on chewing it and when you just kind of let it marinate on your tongue. We're just gonna chop up that buchalokia though and then sprinkle it on top. Yeah, it's definitely powerful. Definitely powerful. Especially when you get to the body section. And it's kind of like a slow build because it's sweet at first. The initial thought is it's sweet. The flavor is unbelievable. The spice is starting to build though. Mm-hmm. You can almost feel it like going up your gums a little bit. Preserved chilies are really good. They're wonderful, preserved, like slightly sour, a little bit spicy. Very, very tight in here now, just coming out. Oh man, and there are people waiting outside, waiting for stools, waiting in line. That was delicious. The owner is so friendly. What an amazing, like, well-rounded plate of food. And that buchalokia, yeah, it's starting to like burn up my gums a little bit. That's wonderful. It was delicious. That was a wonderful, wonderful plate of food. So after lunch, we have decided to take a little drive up to a place called Mangabeas, which is, it's a kind of a viewpoint, kind of a park, but we're gonna get some great views of the city from there. you immediately step out, it's so green, it's so lush. You can smell the aroma of the eucalyptus, the trees. It's beautiful. We're just gonna walk to get the viewpoint of the city. And Belo Horizonte, it actually means beautiful horizon because of the skyline, because of the sky, because of the sunset. We had a little rest this afternoon. It is the evening now. We're coming for dinner to a restaurant. It's called Bar do Careca. And Careca, if I'm not mistaken, means bald. This is an old restaurant in the neighborhood on the corner. It's known for its traditional dishes. Just looks like an amazingly cool little spot.
Anthony
Bourdain, awesome. Very cool. Anthony, we miss you. Boa noite. I love the scenery in here, the green walls, the decorations, the antiques on the wall, up on the shelf on the top. That's the owner's collection of cachaça, the sugarcane liquor. That has to be like hundreds of bottles up there. Such an amazingly cool spot. It is a bar, but they have a full menu. It's kind of like a restaurant where you do typically order drinks, but the food is top notch, and they especially have food from this region of Brazil.
Feijão tropeiro.
And the aromas from the kitchen smell delicious. She's gonna make one of the main dishes, which is the feijão tropeiro. Feijão tropeiro? Feijão tropeiro, which is one of the main dishes from this state of Brazil that we're gonna. You just have to eat this dish when you're in this state.
Cheiro verde.
Master.
E a cor? Eu vou afogar agora.
They know exactly what they're doing. It's like you're at home here.
Agora carne de panela, ó.
Wow.
Kind of like Brazilian ghee butter.
Oh, okay.
Com manteiga de garrafa. Agora finaliza na manteiga de garrafa aqui, ó.
They are such experts at cooking. They're so good. You can feel the motherly love in their cooking. They are amazing. And I'm just like running from stove to stove trying to even follow them.
Tropeiro?
Feijão tropeiro.
Feijão tropeiro.
All the food is ready. It looks unbelievably good. The owner is amazing. The chefs, the aunties back in the kitchen, they know every dish by heart, and like I couldn't barely even follow them on the camera because they're moving so fast and they know every single step of the dishes. It's a pan. It's not even a plate. It's a pan. There's like at least 4 different types of meat on here, plus the beans, plus the vegetables, plus the kale, plus egg. This is a stunner of a dish.
Aí chegou o feijãozinho tropeiro, vamos pegar a bolada agora, ó. And then with the spoon. Olha isso, esse é um verdadeiro feijão tropeiro tradicional, olha. Olha, pedaços gigantes de torresmo. Maneiro.
Yeah.
Olhadinho, opa.
Is that pork or beef? That's beef. Oh, it's so tender. That's beef, right?
Nonô também, sangue bom.
We all dished everything out onto our plates. The feijoao, it's so many components. Wow, the kale on there. Oh wow, that is a masterpiece. Like the creaminess of the beans, the starchiness of the cassava flour. Then you've got the meat, you've got the egg, the silky egg, the salty sausage, the kale, the cilantro to kind of like break it up. Oh, that is outstanding. And the onions, which kind of just dissolve in your mouth. The owner hooked us up with this entire bottle. Look how awesome this is of home preserved chilies. Wow, we need to add some of this to the next bite. And I really want to dig into that. Oh yes, the entire chunk of pork crackling belly. That pork crackling is huge. You can feel like the gummy skin, or the gummy fat, the crispy skin. Wow, that is a mouthful full of crispy pork right there. Okay, next I'll try the scarlet eggplant, which is what we had earlier this morning with the liver. It's incredible. It's kind of like zucchini, but with a bitter tinge to it. Like more complexity of flavor. And then the final dish is the cassava with the roast, but actually the deep fried beef. And it looks incredibly tender as well. With garlic, with onions, and she drizzled on that ghee. You can just see the strands of it. Just simple, meaty, tender, delicious.
Tarefa trouxe essa vasilha de pimenta, olha isso, ele não levou ferro. Mas que bom. No, he doesn't.
What I've learned is that in the chili sauces here in Belo Horizonte, they use a lot of cachaça instead of vinegar or oil to preserve things. Oh wow, that was not a light meal. That is some heavy, incredible comfort, delicious food. An amazing meal, an amazing place, an amazing uncle who just runs the place yeah, that was outstanding. One more thing I wanted to mention just quickly before ending this video is that the chefs, the cooks from across Brazil are known in Minas Gerais state. So even Guilherme was telling me in Sao Paulo, for instance, or in Rio de Janeiro, the best cooks, the most well-known cooks and chefs, they all come from this state. If you haven't already seen this entire Brazil food series, we're traveling around Brazil, learning about Brazilian culture, eating incredibly delicious Brazilian food, and just like learning about the diversity of Brazil. It's been amazing. I'll have the link in the description box below, but you can watch all of the videos in the entire series. Thank you to Guilherme and Rafaela from Rio for Fun. They run tours, but they also vlog. They're making videos. And I want to say a huge thank you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe and also click that little bell icon so that you get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next video. Good night from Belo Horizonte.